Hello, Hero Clix World, and welcome to another episode of Our Clicks Are Sealed. I'm Dennis,
I'm Stuart.
and let's get this going.
So last time we covered commons and the uncommons, arguably the most important figures in a sealed set, and this is for the Fantastic Four set. So today we're going over rares, super rares, and finally the chases.
Yes. So we got a few games under our belts.
Yeah, let's go over that quick, because we actually played in a tournament not that long ago, right?
Yes, we did.
And how did it go for you?
It went pretty good, actually, for me. I ended up running a... What did I end up writing? This is the tournament. Was I doing the Frightful Four team?
Yeah, 2 Medusas, Claw, and Sheathing.
That's right. It went really good, considering like how do I put it, oppressive Medusa is with her just, oh, I see you within 4, you can't move. You have to break away from a plasticity person.
So what was your final like score? How did it go?
I went 2-1. I know I lost 1.
I know you lost 1 too.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Yeah, it went really good. The downside to the Frightful Four team is there's no leadership. You're running 4 people, but you're getting 3 actions.
Yeah. Unless you get leader, right? Or wizard is his name.
Yeah, and he's a rare, so if you pull him, then you're laughing. But if you're just commons, uncommons, or the other Frightful Four without leadership, it's a bit of a slog. They're a powerful slog, but you got to think a bit more than I thought at first.
For sure. I also went 2-1. I lost to a Fantastic Four team that used the bystanders on the new map, the Doom map.
Oh, really? The librarians?
Yeah, and I just couldn't kill what I needed to kill.
Oh.
But in the good news, I did pull the super rare Ghost Rider, and I pulled a super rare Silk, so I didn't do too badly that day.
No, you had a good little lineup. Because yes, my 2-1, my 1 came at your hands. You had just an amazing team.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
I probably could have won that game had I got 1 more action off, because I had a Wolverine that could flurry the common Mr. Fantastic, and I just needed to hit 2 attacks, which needed, I think, 6s, and then if he rolled super senses either time, I would have lost. But I had precision strike, so it was kind of it was at least the possibility of winning. Either way, didn't have that extra time, so did not work out.
So yeah, at the end, I think, what was it? I think I played 3rd. That made you 2nd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then our only 3-0 in that tournament obviously got 1st.
Yes, and then I've played a little bit with the set since I opened my brick. I played with my girlfriend, and so I think I have a pretty good sense of what's strong in this set.
Yeah, I played another one against you, and I think I think that's actually it. I only got about 4 or 5 games in with this sealed.
So is there any figures from the commons and uncommons that you feel like your opinion's changed since last time?
I'm trying to remember who I played for those. Honestly, no. The commons and maybe Doombot. Yeah, I'll hand it to you. If people listening to the last episode, I didn't like Doombot too much, but yeah, for 15 points, he'll put in his work. He'll put in his points, even if it's on not theme team. Yeah.
I feel very vindicated.
Yes, good work. Good. You proved me wrong. That's so hard to do.
The other one is the uncommon Sheathing. We were very positive about her, but she's just so good.
The uncommon uncommon. I'm looking at the common. Oh yes, the uncommon Sheathing.
Like we said, she was good, but she is she makes games. She comes in for 5 damage consistently, and you cannot avoid her.
I remember being pretty high on her, but yeah, it's so true. With that Battle Fury too, it's mean.
Okay, so let's start the rares. Do you want to start with Mr. Fantastic?
Maybe. Did you pulled a Mr. Fantastic, didn't you? A rare one?
I did, yes.
You should go that. I'll do the Invisible Woman, because I did get a rare Invisible Woman in one of ours.
So, Mr. Fantastic, his big deal is he has a trait that says opposing characters within 4 squares in line of fire can't begin moving unless it's a move action. This is incredible. You put him right beside all the things and the she things, and they cannot charge you. They can't do anything.
Is there any move actions that can lead to an attack after?
Oh, actually, She Thing can. Damn. Uncommon She Thing. Because she
Yeah,
has a leap climb.
that's a move, right?
Yeah.
So basically, she's the only one who's okay with this trait in her way.
Yeah, and as if she wasn't good enough already.
Yeah,
And then he also has an outwit, which is always good to have on your team.
yeah,
My big issue with him is his dial. He's very close combat focused. He has plasticity and combat reflexes, but if he's keeping people 4 away from him from like charging, he's not keeping them from shooting him, and he's very nice to shoot. He's
yeah.
like
I'm looking at him.
18 defense is nice, but like I don't know. I don't think his dial matches his trait very well.
How'd that leadership go? He has another trait where all the Fantastic Four get leadership.
Yeah, so all the rares have an ability to pass out some power to every Fantastic Four within some distance. And I mean, passing out leadership is good. There's no arguing. It just means that you're basically never not taking off a token in a turn.
Yeah, that I when you played me, that came through pretty well for you a few times actually.
I don't think I ever played this guy against you, did I?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
You had him for that outwit alone, and remember, I didn't even bother trying attacking him.
Oh, that was the uncommon that I had.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, maybe I was paying attention wrong then. Oh no,
The uncommon's still good, but
that's in the past then. So what do you rank? What do you give this guy?
I think he's like a 3. I think he can do a lot of cool stuff, but he's so niche that if you don't play him well, he's gonna just be killed so easily.
So would you say that's basically like if you are playing him at the 60 as opposed to the 75?
I would never play him at 75.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Invisible Woman. I did get some help or experience with her, and I was so high on her when I started. I'm still pretty favorable to her, but she didn't play as powerful as I thought she would. Then again, that's me. It could just be me. But let's go through this. She does have a trait that does give her the stealth and the improved targeting, hindering. And does she come with improved movement as well, hindering? Oh
No, but
yeah.
she
Not only
flies.
she flies, so she doesn't matter, but she hands it out. So a Jason-friendly character sharing a keyword with her can use stealth and improve targeting, hindering.
Can I
I saw
pause you
that.
right
I
there?
thought it was pretty good.
So here's the thing that annoys me more than anything in this set. Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch, the Thing, they give it to Fantastic Four members within 4. She gives it to anyone who shares a keyword, but only adjacent to her. I
It
just don't
does.
like that it's not even across all 4 of them.
Oh, but it's so much more powerful. Oh,
I know, but would it really be that much more broken if it was within 4?
I think so. I'm not gonna lie, because that's how I had. This is where I mean where I got down on her a bit. Because in my head I'm like I'm gonna run these people out into hindering and have stealth and then shoot through hindering, but you got to keep her beside them. So you have to think about her going first and who's going second. She does come with that other trait, the every Sue Storm, where you could shuffle in and out other Fantastic Four. And she has a special attack, Incapacitate, when Invisible Woman uses it. After resolutions, hit character modify attack -1. She is coming with 3 targets, 3 target in cap. So it's very, very nice. Truth be told, as much as I was high, I can't demote her too much. I'm going to say my shortcomings were just me as a player. Once she gets hit off those top running shot in cap clicks, she does go down pretty hard in usefulness, especially with 1 damage.
She basically has 3 useless clicks at the end of her dial.
Yep. After she's lost her perplex, she's just sitting there. So that being said, it's like it's gonna sound low. 3 out of 5.
I agree.
She's great.
I was going to say, though, the new Fantastic Four trait where you can switch out Fantastic Four members, I had the option to do that a lot, but I never actually did it in my games.
Well, it's one of those traits. I think it's more for constructed. In sealed, you're gonna get your Fantastic Four that you're just gonna want to play anyway. Maybe have one on the sideline and not even think about the trait after that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, she is prob, right? I think that I would give her a 4 to 5 just for giving that prob, but she's also never not going to be on a theme team, so maybe the prob's not even that useful.
Exactly. Honestly, it was again. It's a strong 3 out of 5, but don't think you have to build around this person. She's nice. Because if you're on a theme team, I would just play her at the 60 point value to get that perplex, which is actually very nice to have when you want someone else to go do the first attack.
For sure.
Yeah, so 3 out of 5 for me. You up for a Human Torch?
Sure. So Human Torch is great. Running Shot Pulse Wave is always good and sealed. And
Mhm.
he has it with 11 attack, 3 damage, or you can play him at 60 points for 10 attack, 3 damage, as well as an ability that allows him to do 1 damage after the Pulse Wave to anyone who has protected Pulse Wave, which is basically anyone with a stop click in this set, which is also not a lot of people. So that power, not super useful beyond the Pulse Wave. He also has a trait that hands out enhancement to all characters within 4, and this is what makes him powerful. I love Running Shot Pulse Wave, but it's so easy to get him up to 6 damage in this set.
Mm-hmm. I used him against you
You
in one
did.
of our little sealed things, and he pulled way more weight than I was giving him credit for.
He looks like he's just going to be fairly straightforward Running Shot Pulse Waver, and it's that enhancement. He also gives himself and friendly characters protection from energy explosion and poison on a specific special damage power, and I don't think that ever really came up for me, but because he has energy shield, no one's going to try to energy explode him very often, at least. And then when he takes damage, unlike Sue Storm becomes useless, he actually gets hypersonic speed, so he's good throughout his dial.
Yeah, hypersonic or range combat expert. He's just a Swiss Army knife of ranged attacking.
The only thing that brings him down is that, in general, this is a close attacking set. There's not a lot of ranged combat in this set.
Yeah, I could see that too. So what do you give this guy?
I give him a 4.
Yeah, I could see the 4. That having Pulse Wave off the bat is instantly going to make people think about what you're doing next. And again, you don't even have to use Pulse Wave to make this guy great. You could you could put him with a bunch of friends with enhancement and hit 6.
And it's not hard to do that.
No, I like him. He pulled way more. I could agree with the 4 out of 5.
Okay, tell me about the thing.
Okay, so I never played the thing, but I played against this thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, he is not fun. He has that trait right at the beginning. You get to generate an Alicia Grimm bystander. If you're wondering what she does, if she's within 4 squares of an opposing character, the thing modifies speed, attack, and damage +1. She also has the secondary thing. If she's KO'd, that thing gets to go right back to the top of his dial and then modify his speed, attack, damage +1 for the rest of the game. So she's either just like moving in 4 squares away from your dudes, and now Thing has this +1 to basically everything but defense, regardless. So even on his lowest point value of 60, that's a 9, 11, 4 damage, and with super strength. The guy I played this against, or against me, he used him very well. He was super annoying. I had to line up to think like I got to get rid of this thing in one turn. Cause here's the thing: if I only hit thing once and he falls onto his special attack power at the end, he can make a close attack and choose to modify his attack +3, dealing penetrating damage and ignoring your opposing character's shape change and super senses. It will kill thing, but when you have that kind of power coming your way, even your big guns worry about him. Even your power cosmics worry about him.
Yeah, if
So,
he's on this last click, he can pair that with Close Combat Expert, and if he has Alicia there, he can do 6 damage, penetrating.
yep. So this guy's actually very good. I would give him a 4 out of 5. Like if you pull this rare, this is the close combat guy you are using.
Yeah, I think he's good. I would only ever play him at 60, though.
Agreed, because that Alicia is going to make him 75 points, like combat value wise.
And I think basically what you have to do with this is be really annoying with Alicia, because your opponent will never attack her.
Exactly. That's what happened with me. I'm not touching her. I'm not touching her. The fact that she has 14 super senses that could make me waste an action, but why would I touch this person that's just going to make thing crazy?
The only thing would be is if you do kill her right at the beginning of the game, the basically the thing's acting the same as he would if you hadn't killed her, right?
I suppose, like, he's already top click, but I don't think I ever got that shot. I think
Yeah.
the guy I played against was very smart and moved her into 4 range right when he wanted to do an opening salvo attack with this thing. So for that reason, 4 out of 5. I
Sure.
cannot tell you how much I had to plan around this guy.
Okay. Luckily, I get my favorite rare,
Oh,
Dr. Fantastic. So, Dr. Fantastic has a weird dial. is super defensive. He has a 19 defense with him invulnerable, no, invincible top dial
Invincible.
that turns into impervious, that turns into toughness, and he has no move and attack. He does not actually have very high damage or attack, and he's 100 points. So that doesn't sound very appealing.
No, you're not selling me on this guy at all. Jeez.
There's two things that he does that make him like amazing. The first, he gets perplexed and outwit, and he can choose one of those to use twice, which is just crazy.
So you're saying you're in love with this guy that you're getting like 3 support kind of powers on your team for 100 points.
Yeah, and basically it's always going to be double perplex. Like it's just double. The difference between a single perplex and a double perplex is a huge amount. It turns someone's like if you're attacking one man army, that turns their damage from like a 4 to a 2. It turns your damage from like a 2 to a 4, and so you can just 2 perplexes is just so much more than 1 perplex. It's crazy.
Did you actually end up getting to use him, or do you just like?
I did in some of my seals with my girlfriend.
Oh, okay, how'd it go?
It went very, very well because he has 2 other abilities. His has a trait where if you pay an extra 10 points, whenever an opponent targets one of your characters with outwit, probability control, or perplex, you generate a Doombot. So I had one Doombot, and I generated him probably 3 or 4 times that game.
Oh wow!
And
oh
then
wow!
on his last 2 clicks, he can take a power action to generate the best bystander ever made.
Yes.
Who has 12 attack, 20 defense, 5 damage, 10 range. And he's just like, you're probably never going to get to those 2 clicks unless you're like pushing, and you probably don't want to push because you're going to lose that double perplex. But if someone is dumb enough to knock you to one of those 2 clicks, you would just instantly win the game.
Holy crap! Yeah, that Franklin Galactus, 20 impervious.
Yeah, you just win the game if he's out.
I'm not gonna lie. If you knock this Doctor Fantastic onto click 5, you're laughing.
Yeah,
but I don't know how you'd have to plan a lot around that, especially with that 19 invincible. So what did you give this guy?
I would give him a 5 out of 5. I think he just wins games.
I could agree with that. If I saw that across the board and knowing what's coming later down the dial, I'd hate it. I'd try to kill as much as your other team as possible, and hope you don't take me out.
Because even by himself, if you just leave him, he could have a 21 defense.
Oh, true. He could just perplex. Oh my God, you're right. Okay, yeah, you sold me on it now.
Or if you really want to get mean, 5 damage. Or 12
and still
attack.
outwit. Still outwit. I'm going to perplex my defense up to 21 and outwit, which we know one outwit can really help you out in a game.
When I saw this guy, I really thought of your favorite character from World's Finest.
Oh, Desaad.
Yeah, he can move up, outwit, perplex himself, perplex down an opponent. He can do whatever you need.
Yep. Oh, that's so true. Desaad. Oh. Can we put some romantic music in the background when I think of Desaad? That'd be really nice.
So why don't you take on the Human Torch that's, I think, Sue Storm?
It is Sue Storm. Okay, I'm going to say it right off the bat. I don't like it. I don't like this Human Torch. I know she's only 40 points, but I don't like inconsistent dials. So first of all, she has a trait, Poison, but if she's adjacent to opposing characters, she also damages friendly characters. Thanks, Sue. And another trait, at the beginning of your turn, roll a d6, 1 to 5, turn the click equal, well, basically go to that click number, whatever that dice is. If you get a 6, you get to choose clicks 1 to 5. I don't like that. And considering that each click, like, they can be good, I just don't like inconsistency. I don't.
I get it. You can't rely on her. You really want that pulse wave, and you just don't end up with that pulse wave.
It's nice if you hit it, but like, they're good clicks in some senses, right? Like, who's going to scoff at a 10 hypersonic, 10 precision strike for 3 damage? Great. Well, there's no guarantee you're getting that. No. Oh, you know what? I could really use a sidestepping range combat expert right now. No guarantee you're getting that.
Now, that being said, she's only 40 points, and any of those clicks are probably good enough for 40 points.
You're not wrong, but in the whole gelling of a team, you want consistency. And if you could build a great 260 points where like, okay, I could judge around these guys and then, Sue, go do your thing, right? Heart of the team. You can. I don't like it, especially for a rare. There's like so many other rares I prefer to pull.
Yeah, I'm basically just arguing that she's not a 1 out of 5. I think she's a 2 out of 5 because she's good filler.
There, that's where I was going to land. I think that's all that needs to be said anymore. 2 out of 5 for her.
Excellent. I agree 100%.
Okay, Franklin Richards.
Okay, Franklin Richards is terrible. He has no powers on his dial. There's 11 clicks long, and he starts with 9 movement, 11 attack, 18 defense, 4 damage. And it's like, he does have powers, obviously, but even if he didn't, I would play that click. 65 points for 11 clicks of life and some like really good values. Okay, but beyond that, he has a trait that gives all friendly characters within 4 with the Fantastic Four keyword power cosmic, which is stupid, including himself. So he has willpower. He can't be outwit. And then he has a special attack power. And when he uses it, he can just choose 3 powers. And then at the end of the turn, he takes between 1 and 3 damage.
Yes. So that's only if you choose those powers on that turn, right? I think it's been errated. Yeah.
And then if he dies from you choosing powers, he actually goes back to the 11th click and gets perplex.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could talk a long time about this figure because it's good. Pick a power is good. And he's 65 points and he can choose 3 powers and he has good values and all of the stuff. But we're just not going to do it. Just play him. He's a 5 out of 5. If you need support, you choose Prob and Perplex. If you need an attacker, you choose like Running Shot, Pulse Wave, or Charge, Flurry. Like, we'll just leave it there.
65 points of do whatever the hell you want. Just put on your team. Yeah.
And he gives all your Fantastic Four Power Cosmic.
Yeah, that alone. But yeah, 5 out of 5. If you pull Franklin, congratulations. I hope you enjoy first place.
Yeah. Maybe not first place. There's like ways for him to lose. He's just, I think he's actually really balanced for what he is.
Honestly, yes, but we'll leave it at that. 5 out of 5. Play him, have fun with him.
Yeah.
Okay, I get Skrull General.
Yep.
So improved movement hindering with stealth, so great, he could go hide. And when he's hiding in there, he has a special damage of leadership. Friendly characters with the Skull keywords have Underworld team abilities, so your Skrulls can carry each other. The big trait I think everyone likes is when a friendly character uses shape change and succeeds, the attacker can't choose a new target with the Skrull keyword. This would be amazing if you could play a full team of Skrulls in Sealed, but I think there's 5 Skrulls in Sealed?
Yeah, a super rare and a prime.
Yeah, and you're not going to play a Skrull team.
No.
So if you need to break theme team and have someone that has like 30 points leadership, it's not the worst. But this guy is made strictly for constructed, I think.
Yeah, his dial's good for 30 points. But yeah, he's made for constructed. I think we can leave it there.
Yeah, honestly, in a sealed environment right now, I would just give him a 1 out of 5. I would hate to see this being my rare in the sealed environment.
Agreed.
Okay, next.
Mole Man. I would hate to see this guy as my rare in the sealed environment. So Mole Man, he has the trait that leaders of certain things have, where he can generate characters if he succeeds at leadership instead of taking tokens off, and he generates Moloids, who we didn't love. But being able to generate like an infinite amount of Empower is pretty good. If you pull a Moloid and Mole Man, it definitely improves him. Then he has a special damage power, which is Perplex, but he can do it across the board without needing line of sight or range if they're a monster. And while there are monsters in this set,
there's a few.
60 points for 1 Perplex is not worth it.
No?
I don't think so. I think this guy is like a 2 out of 5. You play him for some leadership and a Perplex, and you're not super happy about it, but you're not hating yourself either.
Is She-Thing a monster?
Probably.
Ooh, if you pull an uncommon She-Thing and this guy, I would almost actually tell you to play this. Yeah, she's a monster. Ooh.
But would you rather play She-Thing and a Valeria to get a +2 to your attack when you go in?
I would like a Perplex I could use no matter where I'm at.
But I never found in this set that it would be useful to keep Mole Man in the back to get 1 Perplex a turn.
Oh, but yeah, oh, no, I don't know. I don't think he's the worst. I'll give him a 2 out of 5. If you have a monster theme team, this guy's just, you need him.
I'm not even sure you need him. It's still just 1 Perplex for 60 points.
Oh, no line of fire or range Perplex.
It's not that useful in this set.
He's got Underworld. He's gonna carry some monsters.
That's nice. Carrying stuff is nice, but I just don't think he's very impactful for his points.
I think we're just arguing over literally one thing. Is he a 2 out of 5 or a 3 out of 5?
Yeah.
In the whole jest of the seal, 2 out of 5. If you have monsters, definitely a 3 out of 5.
Sure, we'll disagree. I think he's a 2 no matter what.
Okay, okay. I'll do
Unless you pull 2 Moloids.
Okay.
Then or if you pull 4 Moloids, then he's a 3.
How are you getting 4 okay, done.
You're not.
Living Laser, 042 rare. 75 points because he's a frightful 4, dude. He targets through hindering, so doesn't care if your guy has stealth. What is he giving these guys? Opposing characters modify attack -1 when making a ranged attack that targets 1+, so one friendly character with a frightful 4. And absorption or amplification. This is a trait. When Living Laser is missed by an attack, give him an absorption token. Free, remove an absorption token to choose one. Regeneration at no cost. Or range combat expert at no cost. He's really nice, isn't he?
He's
This
pretty
guy's
cool.
hypersonicking with 7 range, 10 precision strike, and 18 energy shield, which, well, is basically a +3 energy shield if he's getting shot at. I like him. I like him a lot, actually.
Here's
He goes from
where I think he lets me
hypersonic to
down.
running shot. What's that? What do you?
Here, here's where he lets me down. I don't think he has enough attack. 10 attack is not good enough on Frightful 4 teams.
Oh, are you saying because there's like not a lot of perplex and stuff to bump that back up?
Exactly. And he's going to be kind of like getting into areas and then coming back. And he doesn't have leadership or willpower, so you're going to need some leadership to keep him good. And his trait is basically just worse energy shield, unless you already have energy shield.
Worse energy. Oh, I suppose if you already have energy shield, that's a 21 defense.
Yeah, it's good for him, and it makes him hard to shoot from range. But I think without willpower, he's pretty easy to get it up on and then kind of just tear apart.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Frightful 4. So you're measuring this guy against a bunch of other Frightful 4, especially the Medusas and Trapsters in the common and uncommon.
I love the idea of being able to hypersonic in and then ranged combat expert at no cost.
Oh, he has to be missed, which it helps out if you're getting shot at. But you said if someone comes in close and even if they miss him, well, now you have to break away.
Yeah. If he had an 11 attack, I would give him a 3, but without it, I'd give him a 2.
I could give him a 2. I don't have too much allegiance to this guy right here.
Yeah, I think he's really cool though.
Oh, it's all the Frightful 4 is just fun. It's just fun, Frightful 4. Just all these fun things they do for each other. Let's move on to some more Frightful 4.
So Hydra Man might be one of the best Frightful 4 members. So Hydra Man is, for some reason, there's Hydra Man and Sandman, and Hydra Man got all the good stuff, and Sandman got all the bad stuff.
Hey, Hydro homies, man. We like our water.
Yeah, poor Sandman. Either way, Hydra Man and Sandman have exactly the same dials. The only thing that changes are their traits and their one special attack power, and the fact that Hydra Man has Indomitable and Sandman doesn't.
Ugh.
Who made that decision? Anyways, so basically, Hydra Man. We might as well talk about Hydra Man and Sandman at the same time.
Okay, let's do it.
So Hydra Man, he has his trait lowers the damage of ranged attacks made against Frightful 4 members. Fantastic.
And then Sandman minuses the damage plus or -1 when getting targeted by a close attack.
Less good.
Yes.
Then Hydra Man has a special attack power that lets him use Poison and Smoke Cloud. And after using Smoke Cloud, he can use Poison at no cost to target characters who are adjacent to the water markers he made with his Smoke Cloud.
So you could potentially poison a whole team if you position that smoke cloud well.
You could. And also, you could poison someone twice if they're adjacent to him and to a Smoke Cloud marker.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's mean.
So I guess it's a nice trait, and it allows him to kind of get in with his poison, get people behind that are like behind the lines of battle, and I don't know, it's pretty cool.
So then Sandman basically has the same thing with Quake, Smoke Cloud, but when he uses Smoke Cloud after resolutions, he could use Quake at no cost to target people adjacent to those hindering markers. Which one do you like better, the poison or the Quake?
I like poison more.
Because it's free. Free damage. You don't have to roll again.
And Quake, you're probably hitting more than one character for 2.
Yeah, but the poison. Oh, geez. Okay, so you're still on San or Hydro-Man.
Yeah, Hydro Man 4 out of 5, Sandman 2 out of 5.
Good. I was scared you're gonna give Sandman 3, but yeah, ran a Sandman. He's nowhere. He's not as good as I hope at all.
He's cool if you can get him up close, and then they're trying to hit his impervious, and he's reducing them by 3. That's like it's hard to kill him if he's reducing your damage by 3.
Yeah. And that's honestly what made me look at Sandman was like, oh, -1 damage from close attacks. Like it's so alluring, that trait, but again, you have to get everyone in close to make that trait nice.
If he had willpower, I would give him a 3. But the fact that he doesn't, and the fact that Hydro Man does, makes me hate him even more.
That is one missed opportunity. You guys could have gave him Indomitable and not had to look at him again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wizard.
Wizard. Okay, this is so if you remember Sue Storm's trait about getting to choose different Fantastic Four to place in, the Wizard has the same thing but with the Frightful Four. So if you have a bunch of Frightful Four, this is the guy that's going to let you rearrange that team as the game starts. He has another trait. Friendly characters with the Frightful Four keyword within range and line of fire, so he's 7, have protected outwit. That is glorious. He opens the game with a special damage power, leadership. Oh, there's that leadership Frightful Four needs. Outwit. Oh, there's that outwit Frightful Four needs. Perplex. Okay, yeah. So this guy's an instant play. If you have any Fantastic Four, you're not putting any other Fantastic Four in this guy's place.
Frightful 4.
Frightful Four. He's got everything. Did I finish with that special damage? I swear I did. No. When he uses leadership, on a result of 4, choose Outwit or Perplex. This turn, you could use the chosen power twice. So he's giving you leadership, which gives you another action to begin with. Then he could take them off, and even if you fail that, maybe, just maybe, you're getting a second Outwit or a second Perplex. That alone is worth 75 points, because we already decided that alone is kind of worth 100.
Yeah. And, I mean, at least he gets it every turn. And, Dr. Fantastic gets it every turn. Whatever this guy's name is, Wizard only gets it 1 in 6 turns, so it's not quite the same.
It's not quite the same, but when you look at all the other Frightful Four, this guy is just needed.
Yeah. And I think the craziest thing about him is that he's really good at attacking. Look at his top click. He moves 6, shoots 7 with an 11 attack precision strike.
Yeah.
That's great.
Here's the thing, 18 defense is very respectable. Imagine all the other Frightful Four that potentially make that defense better. I'm pretty sure there's a Frightful Four that gives him Energy Shield.
Yep, Claw.
Exactly. So if you pull this guy, basically just play him. Are we giving him a 4 out of 4 or 5?
I give him a 4.
Okay, good. I was going to say the same thing.
Because 5 is when you can just play them by themselves.
No.
And you can't play them by himself.
No. He's very good to play, but yeah, I'll give him a 4 out of 5. Who do we have next here?
Gorgon.
So I got no experience with this guy.
If you're playing him, you're not playing a theme team, clearly.
Yes. But is it worth breaking the theme team for what he does?
He's pretty good. Like, he charges, he has 4 damage. He only charges 4, but he can quake as if he occupied a square within 3 squares in line of fire. So it does give him, like, a potential 8 range swing.
Yes.
And 4 damage, 11 attack for 45 points is good. He's not stunning, but 19 defense at the end of his dial, he's just better than he should be.
He's going to be so fun if you're like an Inhumans fan and you just want to play an Inhumans team with whatever they have throughout the sets. You're going to love this as a Gorgon. Man, a 45-point Gorgon, that's just so great.
Yeah.
In sealed, sadly, not so much.
I'd give him a 3. Like, I think he's just strong enough on it by himself.
Oh, yeah, you hit that Quake off once. It's gold. 4 damage. Yeah. Knock him back. Okay. Silver Surfer. I get Silver Surfer. Oh, this guy's so nice. This guy is so nice. This guy comes at 2 different point values, but we'll just go through the traits. So, at the beginning of the game, you may generate a Dawn Greenwood with Silver Surfer. Silver Dawn actually has quite a bit of text on her own. She has a trait. When Dawn is KO'd by an opponent's attack, modify Silver Surfer's combat values +1 for the rest of the game. Awesome. Special attack, which there's only 1 click of. Power, if Dawn Greenwood is within 4 squares of an opposing character, play Silver Surfer adjacent. So basically free breakaway or getting that guy where you need him to be. And a special damage enhancement, period. So no matter what, she's an enhanced little pog. Perplex, but only to target a character named Silver Surfer. So you're getting that pog just by running Silver Surfer. He has a special flight or special movement, hypersonic speed. When Silver Surfer uses it after resolutions, you may choose a character he hit or moved through. The character gains immobile. That's going to be great because you don't even have to hit for that to actually go off. You could choose someone that you moved through, and immobile is pretty big. And a special attack power for each. Choose a standard attack power an opposing character within 8 squares can use. Don't need line of fire. Silver Surfer can use that power until your next turn. If your team's rocking a Pensai or a Pulse Wave, so's he. So,
Yeah.
150 points, Power Cosmic. You got 12 attack, 18 invincible, and 4 prob. Here's the thing with Silver Surfer. You don't even have to break theme with this guy.
He
He's a
has
fantastic
everything.
4.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Why?
if you pull this guy, I'm giving easily a 4.
I would give him a 5. I think that if you play him, if you pull him, you play him at 150, and he doesn't need support.
Yeah, at that point value, you really don't need a lot with a 12 attack, 18 defense.
Yeah.
Comes
Even
with
if
his own
it's
prob.
just moving Dawn up, and then you teleport him in, hypersonic for 1 square, and make an attack, run away however many, like 11 more squares. He has a stupid great reach with Dawn.
Well, with her power, like you can literally carry her up, sidestep her away, keep her like in line of fire if you are up close if you need the enhancement. But if you find your Silver Surfers in a place you don't want it to be, just use Dawn to get them out of there.
Yeah. Or get him in.
Oh, true. Hey, little sneak attack.
Yeah, because if think about that, you pull him in from like 20 squares away, let's say, and now he has a perplex and an enhancement. Then he runs away 12 squares,
Oh, so mean.
and if they kill her, then he just gets even better.
Okay, there. 5 out of 5. I'm okay with that.
And I would say don't play the 75. Keep the 150 to get the prob.
Oh, dude, just if you go down to 75, you're losing so much attack value. You're losing your prob. Your defense goes down and gets worse.
He's a one-man army.
He is, if there ever was one.
Okay.
You get
But
the
now
prime.
the prime Silver Surfer is a scroll, which means that his first click of shape change is on a 50-50 roll, right?
Yep.
And then beyond that, he has power cosmic, so he's not pushing. He has hypersonic speed and stealth, so that's always a good combo. It's really hard to shoot someone who has hypersonic speed and stealth.
Yep, because then you could just go in a bush, and now they have to hit you, go up close for a 50-50 strike.
And then when he hits characters, he removes all of their power cosmic and all the kind of elements of it. So he gets rid of willpower, he gets rid of protected outwit, and then he has incapacitate, precision strike, steal energy, and he can steal energy with a range attack. So he's always kind of moving back to that top click.
Yeah.
For 70 points, he's really good.
Oh, yes. If I pulled this guy in sealed, I definitely, not only just for the fact he's a prime, but he's so good for 70 points.
Yeah, I think in constructed he's going to end up being a little overcosted at 70, but for sealed he's good for what he does.
Yeah, I would play him.
Is that 4 out of 5?
4, I could go 4, I could go 5. 4 though, probably because you could look at other polls, but I don't know. I see this guy, I'd have zero problem breaking theme for a guy who's just going to constantly heal up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, now we get Karnak. Tell me about Karnak.
Oh, romantic music in the background. Martial artist. He's a 40.5 click guy, so that's pretty cool to begin with. His special damage off the bat is close combat expert outwit. Perfect. I get 40 points of outwit. Well, how can that be even worse? Well, even better. When Karnak has no action tokens and uses outwit, adjacent opposing characters can't use protected outwit or the big caps protected outwit until your next turn. So if you carry this guy in and put him right beside a power cosmic, you could outwit the power cosmic. And then you're sitting there with only a 17 defense. But man, you get 40 points, you get outwit. It's nice. It's going to break theme team in this sealed event, but He's constructed dynamite.
Yeah. So the
He's
nice thing about him is if there's anyone with a stop click, he can outwit the stop click.
Isn't that just like, can you outwit it before it happens, or is it like
Yep.
it hits the stop click, but you could still outwit the stuff?
You can outwit it before it happens.
How do you outwit a stop?
Because stop is protected outwit, and he gets rid of protected outwit.
So you would just say, I'm outwitting your special defense.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Okay, yeah, holy doly. So how does that work in sealed though?
I mean, I get the all four first commons all have stop clicks. There must be some other characters with stop clicks.
Yep.
God Emperor Doom.
Ooh, if you pulled that guy. Yeah.
Then Karnak runs up and kills him in one hit.
Oh, that'd be so fun. So what are you giving this guy?
I would give him a 3 because I think he's fun to play. I think he's good, but I think the lack of theme team really hurts him.
It does. You get the outwit. Um, when you carry him in this sealed, you're basically opening him up for him to get hit. In a constructed event, I'm very sure you could build around having more actions after being carried in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 out of 5. I'll still want 5 of him.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
we're into the super rares now.
yes.
So the first is a super rare I did not pull. The super rare thing. Basically, he generates his 2 kids, Buzz and Chuck, who are just 2 bystanders who, if you're on a Fantastic Four theme team, are autonomous, so they don't take your actions. And they're both pretty good. One of them's charge super strength, I think, and the other one's close combat expert.
With sidestep,
Yeah, so like they're both really solid. But the thing that makes them really good is their Fantastic Four team ability. When they die, they heal all of your Fantastic Four up. So sometimes it's good just to kill them.
Oh, really? Just go push him to death and then
Heal your entire team 2 clicks.
holy crap. That's really good. I never even thought of that.
And then the thing himself is 4 clicks for 50 points. He has defend with a 19 defense on his top dial, which is great. Like basically incredible. And he also has perplex, and he can modify attack values by -2, so he can stop people from kind of coming in on him really hard. He's just really good for 50 points.
Oh, I didn't get to play him, but I already had it in my head. Like this guy, if you're on a Fantastic Four theme team, you're moving this guy up exactly who you're gonna go get attack or who you're gonna attack with Buzz and Chuck because he has Empower. So now Buzz and Chuck are getting these empowered strikes, and because it's a Fantastic Four theme team, they're autonomous. They're not going to cost an action. It's basically Thing taking that one action. And let's be real, a 19 defend and sealed is so juicy.
Yeah, I mean it's good in any format. 19 defend is just so good.
So I'm giving him a 5. I don't care. For 50 points with so much Fantastic Four, you're throwing him on.
I'm
It's
willing.
not like you're building around him, but at 50, just
I'm
throw him
certainly
on.
willing to agree with you.
Just throw him on any Fantastic Four. He's going to be his weight in plastic.
Yep, he's amazing.
Yeah. Do I get Miss Marvel?
You do get Miss Marvel.
But you're the one who has experience with her, so go ahead and cut me off. No, seriously.
You tell me about her.
Okay, let's. She's much better than I thought she was gonna be. So first of all, she comes as traded shape change, which is great. That's awesome. It is. It really is. She has free. Choose one to last until your next turn. Giant symbol and modify your combat values +1, which they've been doing a lot of, so I like. I really do. Or you can forego that and have perplex plasticity. So that is traded shape change or perplex and plasticity if you wish it to be. She has a special movement power just for 1 click. Her top one is sidestep, tiny symbol. So technically, she starts tiny. Hypersonic speed, but only once per game. So, Stuart, you did very well on using her tiny to sneak around where she needed to be and stay safe. You used her sidestep, and then you used your free thing to go giant, which now you're a giant hypersonicer with +1 things. So how big of a reach did that turn into to be?
It gives you, I think, 14 squares.
Yes, because you get the sidestep plus the full 10 if you need be, and then the giant symbol, so +2. So 2 reach off that.
And that's for 11 attack, 19 defense, 4 damage. Actually, it's 15 because she gets +1 to all of her values.
Yep. So it's everything.
The problem, hypersonic speed only once per game.
Do you really care?
No, she's good.
Yeah.
I think the thing that really makes her great is that she's a taxi if you need it, and she can be carried by anyone if you need that. I find in this set you either don't have enough taxis or you have too many taxis. And then the other great thing about her is she is a team player, team ability, so she can copy other people's. And she has traded shape change, which means that if she copies that scroll team ability, she's having shape change on a 4 through 6.
Yep. So honestly, much better than I thought. What would you give her out of the 4 out of 5, or like at the 5 range? Would you say 4 or 3?
I give her a 3. I think she's strong. I think if she had the Fantastic Four team ability, or the trait keyword is what I mean, she would be better. But yeah, she's really good. She just does what she needs to do.
Yeah. 3 out of 5 is very fair.
Okay, Silk.
That's you, my friend.
Silk has the 4 Shield Beast Hunters trait, which allows her to move and then take a token off and then get stealth, which is really nice.
Oh, I love that trait.
And then she has super senses that succeeds on a 4 through 6 and has protected outwit on that super senses. So, good. Those are very good things.
Yeah, well, like super senses trait is great, but a 50-50 protected outwit, that's gonna be in my head when we give her ratings.
Let's also just go over the fact that she has a 30-point dial, which is 3 clicks long and starts with sidestep, and it's not good. Don't play that.
Yeah.
Play her at 75, where she can charge with her object. She can get into the position she needs to, and then she can hit for 5 damage really consistently.
And then basically stay safe for longer than you would wish, because she's got a 50-50 super senses that can't be outwitted.
I did not find that saved her a lot.
Well, that's because you roll crap when you do super senses.
Yes. Yeah. But a 50-50, while it's good, is in this set, I don't think very good. I think people are playing lots of characters and they're taking 3 or 4 attacks a turn. And 3 or 4 attacks a turn means that she's taking 2 of those attacks and dying.
I don't disagree with that. I don't. I honestly, I would say a 4 out of 5. That's mine. I really like that opening movement trait. Just move, clear actions, you're good to go again, hide in a bush.
I found that the times I wanted stealth were when she charged in.
That's
she didn't have it.
Because you can't use it if you charge in.
I think she's a 3 out of 5 for me. I found her useful, but there was a lot of times where it just didn't work the way I needed it to.
Okay. Did you find her Spider-Man team ability copied anything really?
I copied Shield when I played her with the rare Storm. Not
Okay.
Storm, Sue Storm.
Sue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that would really help out. That would. Shield's a great team ability.
It's pretty good. I didn't have a lot of range, so it wasn't super useful. But
okay.
The next Dragon Man, I think the second last Frightful Four member.
Yeah, and I got I pulled him when I just bought my brick. So that's fun, I suppose. Let me go through this. Friendly characters with the Frightful Four keyword have free. If this character is adjacent to a print square blocking terrain, generate a light object. So you don't have to destroy that wall, which can be good, really. It can be bad, too, if you like to do a sneak attack. But you get a light object. Fun. Everyone could use light objects these days. Special attack that he gets at the beginning of his 120, midway through his 75 dial. Energy Explosion, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Super Strength. So you have options. I'm not sure if Penetrating Psychic Blast and Energy Explosion mix.
They do not.
Oh, that's sad. And a special defense at the end of the dial, no matter what point value you play him at. Invulnerability. Free. Heal Dragon Man equal to the number of adjacent squares of blocking terrain, then destroy that terrain. I find that could work out very well with the maps in this set.
Agreed.
Especially that indoor map. Oh. So, you're giving light objects around. That's nowhere near as fun as the other Frightful Four. I will tell you, I'm not going to rate him too high because of his giant size.
Yep, giant size is not great. I think in sealed it's okay because it just gives your close attacks with a little bit more range, and with Quake it's okay, but yeah,
No, it's just first of all, if you play him at 120, he's a shooter, which is great because when you're giant size, you're going to get shot at pretty quickly too. But I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, if I pulled this guy, does he do things well enough? I'd do play him at a 75 with that indoor map if you get
yeah.
that map.
And he's a taxi for the Frightful Four, which
He
they
is.
really need, and then he can be really hard to kill.
Yeah, so if I pulled him, it'd be a 75 point dude, and if I won map, it'd be that indoor map where he can basically generate, all of them are generating light objects, and he's charging in, and he's kind of protected. Other than that,
Yeah,
I'll give him a 3. I'm going to give him a 3.
I think that's fair. I think the one nice thing about him is if you look at his top click, it's 11 attack, 5 damage, exploit weakness.
Yeah,
Because he's
it really
always going to
is.
have a light object.
And you could use lights with the exploit weakness.
It's a good question. No, you can't. So
I'm not
4
going to
damage,
scoff. I'm
exploit
not going to
weakness.
scoff at 4 exploit weakness.
No, he's okay. He's a nice reach. He flies. He's giant. He's okay.
Listeners, if you've played this guy and got off his special defense, let us know how that worked out. Because in my head, if you do it once, that's really nice.
Yeah. I think if you get it off once, you're happy. If you get it off twice, you're winning.
Yeah, oh, that's a good way to put it. Okay, listeners, let us know if you played that guy.
Next is the super rare Ghost Rider. And this is the character I pulled. Okay, I pulled Silk too, but this is who I pulled and sealed and played. And I don't think they're great in sealed.
No?
What I found is so they have defend with an 18 defense, which is awesome. They have toughness and willpower, and they give energy shield to any character adjacent to them that's equal points or shares a keyword, or lower points or shares a keyword with them. So they're 20 from range, and they make everyone else a 20 from range, and that is so scary. And every game I played, no one shot at me.
That's good, isn't it?
I mean, no one had the choice to shoot at me. Everyone was on top of me with Hulk and close attackers, and that never came into play.
Really?
And on top of that, I had Sue Storm, so she was stealthy, so the energy shield didn't help much there either.
Did the Ghost Rider get knocked out to use the other trait?
No, so the other thing is that when Ghost Rider dies, you choose one of her 5 clicks, and you just get that click, and then if she ever gets knocked off that click by an attack, she dies again.
Okay, so it's just another variation of you can't be one hit killed.
Yeah, and basically, most of the time you go either back to Flurry, Steel Energy if there's people adjacent, or you go to Running Shot, Penetrating Psychic Blast, right?
Yeah. So how would you rate this person?
She's worth her 50 points.
Okay.
So she's a solid 3.
Okay, I can agree. I never got to play her, but she does seem nice, especially giving out energy shield deflection.
Okay, the Prime Ghost Rider now.
Okay, I don't know who's had experience with this. Quite difficult too, and you're a super rare prime. So improved movement, elevated hindering. She's a peanut base. I think we should say that. First trait, if Ghost Rider has been moved or placed this turn, modify attack and damage. Oh, it hasn't, sorry. If Ghost Rider hasn't been moved or placed this turn, modify attack and damage +1.
Circle of
Pretty
4.
hard to do when you have hypersonic. Spirit of Vengeance power. If no friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked a friendly character since your last turn and place Ghost Rider that she can make a close attack. So, Colossal Retaliation on a peanut base.
Nice.
What's that?
Nice.
Oh,
Seal
yeah.
Colossal Retaliation.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. She has a special attack that's either at the end of both their 100-point or 50-point dial. Poison Steel Energy. When it comes with charge, that's pretty nice. She is not healing off her poison, but whatever. You can't want it all. She has a stop click at the end. Stop Invincible. So she's gonna stop. Well, actually, if you're at 100 points, you get this twice. Stop with Invincible. You can't outwit, and she has charge Steel Energy. That's a lot to go through. Do you want to make that worse? If she had Mystics.
Oh.
Crap, she has Mystics.
She's...
So, I'm not going to lie. That's all seems crazy juicy to me.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah. At 100 points, you're getting 11 hypersonic, over elevated hindering, 11 precision strikes, so screw their super senses. Only 17 invuln, but whatever. You kind of want them to attack and hit her sometimes. And you get a prob. Even at her 40 points, she's getting prob. So that's pretty sick off the bat. I don't
And
know. If you pull this, you're playing it just for the fact that it's a super rare prime.
and because it's great. I think, yeah, 5 out of 5.
Oh, yeah. It's only 100. Only 100 where someone has to chew through Mystic's Invincible, steal energy to get back up.
And
Ugh.
did you see the difference in her retaliation versus all the other retaliations?
No, educate me here. It's a power.
So all the other, okay, hers is a power, so that's fairly uncommon but not unheard of. All the other retaliations trigger on if this character has been attacked or another friendly character has been damaged. Hers is just if they attacked a friendly character.
Oh, they just have to attack, so they don't even have to damage.
Or hit.
Oh, that is sick, eh?
And like what I imagine you're doing with her is either hypersonicking in or you're being placed for your retaliation, and then just sitting there. Your opponents are gonna just try to kill you, but takes 3 hits. So you're doing 3 mystics damage, and if they ever don't kill you, all of her attack and her damage go up by 1. So now she's doing like 11 attack, 3 damage at her last click, and
Oh,
healing up again.
just have to go to that stop click again. Okay, that's 5 out of 5.
It's pure value.
Pure value. You get Wolverine.
Okay, Wolverine is great too. So Wolverine is one of the new kind of Fantastic Four. So he has the thing where if he hits with a close attack, he cans out an ability, and in his case, it's Flurry, pretty good power. And then he can be carried in, of course, to make an attack if there's 2 characters adjacent to where he's placed. Now, I was pretty sure. Here's my question for you: Do they
Yes.
have to give him an action to make the attack?
Like when they drop him in there,
Yeah,
I would say so because it doesn't say at no cost or free.
I agree. It doesn't
So he'd
say.
get carried in, and it'd be a second action for him to attack.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
that's
how
not
I
the
played it.
worst.
No, it's still good. It's still.
Yeah.
He may make a close attack. It's so unclear though for me. I'll
I
have
would
to
I
look
would say it's
for it
just
more.
giving him permission. Just you now have permission to attack, but it will cost you an action. Which again, who there's a reason HeroClix made that ruling that people can't be giving costed actions after being carried because it's so powerful.
Yeah, after a couple years of not having that ruling.
Yes.
And then he has a special movement power that is charge, flurry, sidestep, allowing him to move 6 spaces in flurry. And whenever he KOs a character, he removes an action token from himself. Now all of this is nice. You know, he has 75 points and he has like 7 clicks of life, so it all kind of tracks as a close attacker, even though he's only had 3 clicks of move and attack. But he has a trait where when he's KO'd, you put him on the card, and after 4 turns, he goes back adjacent to one of your Fantastic Four members.
So that's a lot of turns. I'm not gonna lie.
It is a lot of turns. But if you have a Fantastic Four member on the map at the end of the game, and he's still on the card, they do not score him.
Yes, and that's I think what we have to drive home is he's point denial. You're gonna put him in there. He's gonna be charging, flurrying with 11 attacks, 12 attacks. He's gonna get his work in.
Exactly, yeah.
And then when they KO him because he's putting in so much work, they don't even get the points yet.
Yeah.
And that's as long as one Fantastic Four is. You could kill every other Fantastic Four, but as long as you have one on that map when time's called, that's 75 points they're not getting.
He's just really solid, right?
Oh, he's great. Like if they made this guy like that all work with X-Men, oh, I'd be in love with this Wolverine. I don't know if I'd need another Wolverine.
Yeah. Too bad it's not though.
Oh, but I could. I'll submit. Like this is a Fantastic Four set. He should be Fantastic Four based. He does have X-Men keyword, but all his traits have to do with Fantastic Four.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna play him on an X-Men team
No.
unless we get an X-Men who also has the Fantastic Four.
Ooh, fingers crossed. I don't know who the heck's gonna have that.
Me neither.
Wolverine would have it. So what do you play? What are you giving him? 4 or 5, 3,
I'll give him a 4.
4? Yeah, I think it's one of the stronger fours for a Fantastic Four team. Just that point denial alone is disgusting. Okay, I can agree with that. I get Agent Venom. Agent Venom is kind of a struggle bus when you read the wordings, and then when you actually put them all together, you realize he's not actually that struggle bussy. This guy is ignoring elevated and hindering like any good Spider-Man person should. He has that circle of four that if he hasn't been placed or moved, he's getting +1 attack and damage. He gets a call in from help for himself once per turn. When another friendly character that shares a keyword with Agent Venom hits, after resolutions, you may roll a d6 and 3 to 6. You place him adjacent to a hit opposing character. Why would I want that when his top click is running shot? Oh, well, here it is. Symbiote. Plasticity shape change. They removed the automatic breakaway. Did you
Yeah,
notice that?
they
Yeah.
did.
Why'd they do that?
I guess it wasn't super impressive when they already had plasticity.
I was actually going to say his special damage can kind of make up with that. He gives adjacent friendly character shape change. That's it. Doesn't have to share a keyword. Doesn't have to be higher or lower points. Just anyone beside him gets shape change. Can you imagine putting this guy with a scroll?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Skrulls already have shape change, and he can copy the Skrull team ability.
Yeah, so this guy is if you're with scrolls, you got a bunch of 50-50 shape change rolls. So, at 75 points, he's a running shot energy explosion with 18 invulnerable, and at 50, he's a sidestep blades with perplex. That being said, I think I'm playing this guy at 50. Because if you're going to just call him in adjacent to someone, now he has blades perplex. It's kind of what you want. Honestly, he does everything really well for himself. That giving everyone beside him shape change. Oh, dude, you kind of lose that, don't you, at 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get that top click. So it's more important giving people shape change or having perplex. One's
It depends
offensive.
on your team.
Yeah. Honestly, I like the idea of perplex at the top. I'm still gonna give Agent Venom a 3 out of 5. You can't go wrong with him. You get options with him.
Yeah, he's just a really solid attacker. He
Yep.
doesn't do too much, but he does exactly what you need.
And he's so mobile with his shape change, plasticity, sidestepping,
And he
even with the
does have
running
the
shot.
circle of four.
Yep. So 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I really like him, but I don't think he's that good.
No, if you're an Agent Venom fan, you're happy. You're happy with this guy. He's fun.
Okay, Hulk.
Okay. I
So
needed some other opinions on this. I've been getting so many different ones.
so Hulk is the Amadeus Cho Hulk. So he's like the smart. I mean, all the Hulks are smart now, aren't they?
Yes,
But
they are.
this was like the original smart Hulk, kind of. Who knows? I'm not a big on Hulk. So he has the Force Shield Beast Hunter's trait, so he can move, get stealth, take a token off. Always nice.
Yes.
Hard to argue with that. He has traded leap climb and super strength. So when he's moving across anything you want. And he ignores hindering and blocking for movement as well. So he's literally just moving across anything you want.
Yeah, even on his charge.
And then super strength. So he's picking up an object. Traded super strength, traded leap climb. Awesome. He has a stop click halfway through his dial right before his lower point. And I think his lower point is 40, right?
Yes, it's 40 for 3 clicks and his 1 click of his special damage that you'll probably get to.
And his special damage power is kind of what makes him special.
Yes.
Is outwit, and he can use it X times, where X is the number of opposing characters he's damaged. So he has Quake. He could charge in, Quake 3 people, use outwit 3 times.
Yes.
That's not that useful though. He's already quaked.
Yes, exactly. So, in my head, I was like, okay, first of all, if you're gonna do his special outwit, you can't use it first. You have to go do a quake first. So now
You
you're
can't use
in.
it once.
What's that?
You don't have to use all the outwits at the same time though. You
No,
could
I
use
know,
one
but like,
outwit.
if imagine, oh, can't. What you can't do is outwit the target you're gonna go quake.
You could.
Go quake, and then outwit everyone beside him after that.
You
That's
could do
two
that.
out. No, that's activating the same free action twice at that
That's
point.
that's what you're allowed to do with him.
Outwit.
But you can use it X times per turn. Not against X targets.
Okay, so you're all right. X times per turn. X times. So you could outwit. Well, that just changes everything.
I still don't think it's great. I think it's one outwit. You hit the character for 2 damage with Quake, and then you get 3 more outwits. I think it's horrible at 150 points because that means you just quaked for 2 damage on a bunch of characters and then outwitted them afterwards with your 150 point attacker.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not playing him at 150 because I don't know. 150 points for a close attacker is always risky, risky.
I think he's good at 150 if you're not building around that trait. Because I think moving him into position, outwit, then next turn charge, and he doesn't have any tokens on him. That's not bad.
Not
But
the
yeah,
worst.
I'm playing 40 most of the
Yeah,
time.
because I could get that same effect for only 40.
But you're only hitting for 5, not 6.
At 40 though, at 40 you're doing that quake with outwits. Oh, that's just the most annoying 40 points.
He's good.
I want the listeners to probably chime in the most with this guy, 40 and 150 experience. Because a stop invulnerability with 19 defense and a flurry 12 attack, 3 damage, like I could see that being pretty annoying.
I think he's just so hard to deal with at his 150 points.
Yeah, I really want the listeners to chime in.
I'd
Right
give him a
now,
3.
I'm at what's that?
3?
Oh yeah, three. Yeah, I'm not even going there. Oh god, Annihilus. Can we just say this guy's a 5 out of 5?
He's good. He's
Can we
he's
just say
really
he's a
good.
5 out of 5?
We can, but let's talk a little bit about him.
Okay, he's 5 out of 5. Let's talk about his strengths.
So, Annihilus has a trait where he takes a power action and heals equal to the number of negative energy tokens on him. He does not remove said negative energy tokens. He just heals equal to the number, and that's a big
Yes,
difference. And then he has a
it
kind of
is.
special damage power or defense power. Whenever that is revealed for the first time, he gets a negative energy counter. So he has 4 at 175, and he has 3 at 125.
Yes, correct.
So maximum, it's unlikely for you to get 4 because the last click of the damage or defense power is on his last click of his life. So he has to be knocked right to the last click in order to use it.
Yes.
But even with 3, that means power heal 3. It's
Yes.
just a better regeneration.
So then he also added the top click, special damage.
Yep.
So
What does
that's
that do?
that. Okay, so first of all, it's outwit. So that's great. You want that on your power pieces. When Annihilus is attacked, any positive modifiers or the attacker's attack value become negative. So when Annihilus attacks a single character, any positive modifiers to the target's defense value become negative. So you're just flipping everything.
Yeah.
So anyone who has energy shield expecting to be safe from getting shot is now at the biggest detriment at this running shot, 12 attack or 11 attack, depending on where you're at.
Yeah, a difference of 4, basically, right?
A whole dice. So you're basically like just adding another dice to your roll in a sense. And then it works the other way too in attack. So if you want to perplex up your attack to smack this guy, they're going to go down.
Yep. So there's never any point. It basically says you can't modify your attack when you attack Annihilus.
No. And the only way to hit this guy is to perplex him directly, which then you're just putting yourself in the swing of this guy. He's
Yeah.
going to come right back at you with 9 range, 3 targets, power cosmic. You made my life a living hell with this guy.
You almost beat him. I don't think I almost don't think he's a 5. I kind of see him as a 4. He's really
Oh,
strong,
dude.
but I don't think that the special defense or damage damage special damage power is actually that useful because people are just going to perplex down your defense instead of perplexing up attacks.
The fact that he gets power cosmic, which means it's willpower, with his heal, just heal, is what drove me insane. Because the only way I got him down is I had to be like super just, okay, if I hit you, do you stop on this invincible click? Okay, good. No, I don't. Oh, I have to hit you. Oh, now I have to hit you for 4 technically because I don't want you to land on invincible. It was so hard.
And even
to-
then, you didn't get through him.
exactly. That's why I'm like, it's a 5 out of
Maybe
5.
you're right. Because if you don't have enough damage on your team, you cannot beat him. He's just
Yeah,
point
it's
denial,
exactly. It's so at 175 points, that's a lot of points to deny someone.
right? All right, I'm with you. 170, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, so good.
I
Super Scroll, he's all over the place. 175. He has Frightful 4 keyword, but no actual thing. He only has 1 trait. You at the beginning of your turn, so that's a big one. At the beginning of your turn, not a free, you get to choose two of the Fantastic Four, and each of them come with some powers. So the Invisible Woman's giving you a sidestep, stealth, barrier as free, but only to generate 1 marker. I'm basically choosing that every time. The thing's giving you charge, impervious, close combat expert. That's nice. Mr. Fantastic, plasticity, super senses, giant reach 4, and then human torch, running shot, energy explosion, range of 6. That's really fun. I like having pieces like that where the choosing is just straightforward. Choose two of these people. These are the powers you have, instead of like the whole Rolodex of the PAC.
Are you
Um,
ever choosing Human Torch?
oh my God, if I'm choosing Human Torch, like I don't know, I'm desperate.
'Cause, I mean, maybe if you have the mind control, right? I don't know. He doesn't have, or he gets
Oh.
range. So mind control, running shot, maybe.
First things first, I'm always choosing Invisible Woman. I don't know why you're not.
I disagree. I think there's good choices not to choose Invisible Woman sometimes
Sometimes, but
because
giving
super
yourself
senses.
sidestep and stealth and a free barrier is just, even if you're unattacking, that's so good to keep
It
you
is good.
safe.
But what about impervious, super senses, shape change on a 4 through 6?
Who's giving you shape change?
He has shape change on his dial, and he has a
Oh, so if you're
scroll.
top click, you're getting a really good shape change, and if you're on any other one, you get a one
Bad
out of
shape
six
change.
shape change.
So think
Oh,
about that top click though. Are you going to attack me if I have 3 chances at rolling out?
oh, that's good too, hey? Then yeah, you get impervious to lower that. You'd get super and plasticity. So if someone wants the hypersonic onto you, that'd make it difficult. No, it's not a bad choice.
It's yeah, he's just so good, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like him. I want multiple of him. I got one. I traded for this guy because I liked him so much. He's soldier too, keyword. I could see that being very, very good keyword.
Agreed.
So, soldier, well, Super Scroll, what pointage would you play him at?
I would probably play him at 50 on most teams, 75 on the Frightful Four. Imagine him with Energy Shield
Yeah.
and shape change down the dial and like so many good things.
Yeah, I think you would see me playing him at 75 points pretty much the entire time. That extra speed and extra defense with the other Frightful Four would just be too nice.
So if you chose all three, you would have a 28% chance to fail a rollout.
Chose all three.
So if you got your shape change, your super senses, and your
Oh, I see.
impervious,
If you had, you have a,
28% chance to fail a rollout.
oh man, hey, that is mean. So what are you giving this guy?
I'll give him a 4 because I don't think he's actually making much of an impact.
I'd give him a 4 because he has good keywords to go with it. And I'd also stay at the 4 because there are some very good Frightful Four that if they had the good enough synergy, I could see you passing up Super Scroll.
Yeah, because he doesn't give anything to them.
No, he's literally using their stuff. And if you have Frightful Four that just work way better together with a Super Scroll out of the picture, you get him to the side. 4 out of 5.
Agreed. Now, what about Blastar? He's also a Frightful Four member. He doesn't give
Does he
anything
give?
to them.
He doesn't?
No, but he is a mean figure. So Blastar has a movement power at the beginning of his 150 point dial that is charge, running shot, and free make a close attack. Which means that if he is within 5 of a character, he basically has flurry. If he's within 10 of a character, he basically has full range charge.
Oh.
He has traded Force Blast and Super Strength, so he's knocking back anyone he hits.
Or charging in with the heavy.
And then he has Energy Explosion, and he does penetrating damage to the target of the Energy Explosion. And knocking everyone back after energy exploding them.
That's a mean figure right there.
I think he's really good in this sealed because there's so many low point figures, and he can do easily 3 damage to a grouped up Fantastic Four team.
Well, yeah, if you're force blasting a bunch of people into walls and blocking, which both maps have.
And then if you're just playing Frightful Four, you play him at 75, he gets running shot and still has that energy explosion, and then he pushes it to the end to get the running shot with Pulse Wave and still making that free attack.
Yeah, he's really good. I think I play him at 75 most of the time just to get all those other, get another Frightful Four.
But I so much want that first click of moving up 10 squares, punching someone.
Oh, you're not wrong. It's a great piece, especially because he could shoot people beside him.
Yeah.
So you don't even care that if you're breaking away or not.
He basically has charge flurry or full range charge. You got to choose. And
Yeah,
one of those flurries can be a ranged attack.
I
And
like him.
imagine like all of the common Fantastic Four members, except for the Thing, he kills in one hit. He hits them for 3 or 4, puts them in their stop click, knocks them into something, and kills them.
Oh yeah, he's really good.
I think he's exactly kind of why Firelord wasn't good at 150, because Firelord was all just energy explosion, where he has the charge, the flurry, the energy explosion, so many things going on.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't play him.
And just imagine him with energy shield and shape change too.
I don't want to. Can you imagine having a Medusa tying people up so this guy could just take pock shots at him?
Yeah, and knocking them back into a wall every time.
So are you giving this guy a 5 out of 5?
No, I think he's a 4 out of 5. I think he's super strong, but he needs some support. He's still just just an attacker. He doesn't have any support powers beyond leadership.
So basically, if you have the Frightful Four around him, pretty much you're going to be putting him in. If you don't have the Frightful Four, don't think about breaking theme teams just for him.
Yeah, I mean, I would play him on a non-theme team if I got like Triton for probability control or got some Perplex. But yeah, he's not my favorite.
Okie dokie, the last super rare, and I got to say this is the last of this episode because I got to be gone in about 7 minutes.
Sounds
So
good.
apologize to Stuart and listeners, but we could go over the chases another day because guess what? They're all really fun.
Yeah, if you pull a chase, you're good.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Doctor Doom, the title character, Victor Von Doom from, is this the Earth X dude?
No, it's the 2099, so the
Thank
future
you.
one.
Thank you. Okay, so as with all title characters, they have their little title abilities. He starts with 1 point. He has a +0, free. Make an attack that deals 1 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. If the attack hits, gain 1 plot point. If the attack hit the highest point, or tied, opposing character on the map, instead gain 3 plot points. Now, Stuart, would I be correct in thinking if I used this plot point, I'm making an attack, so technically I'm not going to take a damage from using plot stuff and not making attack?
That's
Isn't that
correct.
one of the rules?
Yep, and also he has 2 targets, so he can target 2 characters to do penetrating damage to each.
So in reality, it's free attacks, free attacks, free attacks, and you don't even hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So that's really good. You're building up your plot points with that alone. You need to hit with them, but he has a -1, free. Choose an adjacent opposing character. If they aren't equipped, they modify defense -2. Otherwise, unequip that character. So in sealed, you're getting a -2, so great. You could pair that up with your outwit that he comes with top dial.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, are you actually I'm going to read this last one, Stuart, and you're going to tell me if we ever get to use it. Free. This is -7. For the rest of the game, for each opposing character, the first time each turn that opposing character would be given a close range move or power action, you may roll a d6, and 3 to 6, that character can't be given that type of action that turn.
Yeah.
So
I think you can. I think because you just need to hit the highest point character twice.
Okay. And if you get this off, is it basically game over?
Absolutely. Basically, what happens is your opponent has to ask you if it's okay to do an action. They go, okay, can I do a ranged action? And you go, no. And they'll go, okay, well, I'm done. Unless they have running shot, and then they do a power action. There's ways around it, but it is debilitating to such a crazy level.
Yeah. What happens when this guy gets KO'd, actually? I should have read that. An opposing chooses a number of standard powers equal to your friendly characters on the map. Characters on your force can't use those powers until the end of your next turn. Well, that could suck.
It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's only a turn.
Well, your guy's 125 points, so maybe you're having 3-4 other characters after this guy?
And how many actions are they spending to kill him that they now have left to attack the rest of your team?
Yeah, true. This guy has 8 clicks for 125 points. That is big. Goes from outwit to prob. That's big. You're not really caring about the energy explosion top dial because you're getting free attacks.
You're doing both, right? You're running shotting in, then energy exploding, then doing free attacks.
Yep. And if you don't want to do an energy explosion, you got 4 damage.
Yeah,
a nice strong 4 damage. He's good.
5. I think you pull him, you play him.
Yeah. I think you're going to have the funnest time if you pull this guy too. You're just, oh, I'm going to play this guy, and the rest of my team will just basically be hindrance or support this guy. Perplex this guy's up to a 13 attack, and
Yeah.
now you got free 13 attacks.
You're having fun until you activate your ability, your like ultimate, your -7, and then
Oh,
no one's having fun
no,
anymore.
it's having fun. Just shake hands, call it a game.
Yeah, because it's the weird thing is it's an option to roll for it. So if your opponent could try to trick you and say like, oh, I'm going to do a move action, and you go, okay, then you're doing a move action.
Yep. Oh, that's so mean. Oh, that is mean. I would not have fun with that.
It's not fun. No.
Okay. 5 out of 5. When you do the ultimate thing, you're gonna get 5 fingers to your face.
Yep. And no, we might talk about the traces in the future, but basically there isn't one that isn't 5 out of 5 beyond maybe Reed Richards, the title Reed. He maybe not isn't a 5 out of 5, but he's super close.
The only note I'm gonna give on the chases is if you pull Emperor God Doom, play him at 300 just to say you played a figure at 300 and sealed.
Yep.
Yep, and you'll still have a good time.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's the end of it, isn't it?
It is. I have to go. I have adult things to do.
That's too bad.
Till next time, listeners, this is Our Clicks Are Sealed. I hope you have a good time.
Yeah. Okay.